Hey, what up everybody? Steve Breach coming to you live from my mom's basement. Honestly, tonight's edition of WWE Main Event on Ion was honestly one of the best shows I've seen of Main Event since I've started watching. Honestly, the first match of the night, which was Antonio Cesaro going up against Sheamus, is probably the best WWE TV match that I've honestly seen since the CM Punk versus John Cena match, which is sort of like taking it to the extreme. With that being such a awesome match that everybody really knows about, but really, what else has really been on WWE TV since then? They've had a lot of good matches, but nothing that you would call great. But Antonio Cesaro really took it to Sheamus in this match. I really honestly felt like he should have won this match. It's not like really Sheamus has anything going for him right now. His main storyline is probably a match that's not even going to be on the pay-per-view that they're building up to. He's sort of like in this limbo spot since basically Randy Orton punted Big Show out of the title picture on SmackDown. I was saying for a long time that it seemed like SmackDown had more number one contenders out there than there is on Raw, with so many guys being built around the title at WrestleMania time, with Ziggler, Del Rio, and Jack Swagger, all being in that little title hunt picture. But then also on the sideline, you had built up, mainly with the core, you had Big Show versus Randy Orton versus Sheamus. I know they ran with a storyline about who was the guy that was going to be able to beat up Big Show because he turned on him at the pay-per-view at WrestleMania. But honestly, I really kept thinking that they should have done these guys in the three-way to see who the number one contender was going to be, to help gain more momentum for one of those guys, thinking that Randy Orton was going to be the guy that was going to be moving in for the title picture because it's been so long since he's been out of it. Now, since, Orton is sort of involved in this storyline with the Shield, Big Show's sitting at home on the sidelines. Now, Sheamus really doesn't have anything really going on, so he's built into these, sort of mini TV feuds, waiting until another spot opens up so he can have a big match on a pay-per-view. I don't think it would have hurt him at all to lose this match. Like I said, he doesn't really have a whole lot of momentum moving forward anywhere. Cesaro's a guy that honestly needs a big win like this to get back on the board. Since losing the United States title, he hasn't really got the looks that he once had, but he keeps having these matches that are like the best matches that's out there on TV. It's funny how they didn't really let him shine on his way with the United States title that they're making him look now with him not having it. It's almost like he's like, we're not going to give you anything unless you really impress us, so just go out there and give us the best you can get, even though you're not winning these matches, which is honestly what he's doing. Cesaro hit everything in the world. Honestly, he hit him with everything but the kitchen sink. He slapped the crossface chicken wing on there. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the first time that I've ever seen Cesaro use this match, and he was using it. He used it twice. He locked it in on Sheamus, and the whole storyline was that he was hurting his arm. There was at one point when Sheamus had his head outside of the ring, much like you would be for like a 619, but Cesaro ran the outside of the ring ropes and kicked Sheamus's head right into the side. We saw Cesaro go up to the top rope and dive off. He did everything. This match was fucking awesome. And it's not like Sheamus wasn't doing nothing but selling either. Sheamus was hitting Cesaro with, some of the, his best punches and everything that he had in him. Like I said, this is one of the best TV matches that have been out there. The best matches that I've seen Sheamus in that I really, really like are two guys that really go at it. Sheamus versus Wade Barrett's another guy like that. Sheamus versus Mark Henry. Two guys that are going to go out there and hit each other as hard as they can and not really care about what is going to hurt after the match until it's all over and said and done with and they're in the back. Damn good match. Sheamus picked up the win. Don't really know where they're going for this, but Cesaro needs to get some wins to get back on track. From there, it was the Usos going up against Team Rhodes Scholars. The Usos I didn't really get to talk about in my Raw review because I was busy burying them for them putting them on the second the Heat game started. But they recently have started painting their faces, and it's not really like war paint, but honestly, I don't think it's as cool as it once could have been. I think if they would have, stolen Umaga's style of face paint with just sort of the black, almost like tattoo art on his face, I thought that would have been freaking awesome. That's the way they should have gone. I can't really describe what I thought it looked like, but honestly, when I looked at the pictures on WWE.com, it looks cooler in an actual picture instead of video, because you actually can focus in on everything that it is. It's almost like a Jeff Hardy style of face paint. I think one paints his right side of his face, the other one paints the left side of his face. But it looks freaking cool in a picture. You know, if they're on your television screen moving around, if they're not in the corner looking for a tag, you can't really tell what the hell's going on. This was a real fun match. I was tweeting back and forth with my buddy Zach, WWE Punk fan. I give him like shoutouts in like every single one of my videos, and everybody knows that we're friends and we live basically around the corner from each other. So I don't know why I tell you his YouTube name, but I know you probably know his YouTube name. But I don't know. Regardless, he said he liked it. I kept going on Twitter about the first match, but this was the second match. He said he actually liked the tag match better. I wasn't going to go quite that far. I thought this was a good 80s style tag team match. Two guys really going at it. Or two teams, I guess you can say. Sandow and Rhodes held the momentum for the later style of the match. Usos were able to capture back and get the win. It was an alright match. It wasn't that spectacular to me. I love tag team wrestling, but it's hard for me to get into it in WWE because I know for the point that like it's not really going to go anywhere. It's just they don't really care about it anymore, and it sucks for a guy like Cody Rhodes, who I'm a fan of, that he's stuck in this tag team with him and Damian Sandow, two guys that have talent and just need to be able to shine and show it. But they broke this tag team up only to put them together for it to be a run that's 100 times worse than what it should have been. They should have put the damn titles on these guys at the Royal Rumble when they had the chance. From there, I have no clue what's going on. But it's awful nice to see the Usos get a win on main event. They're one of the main eventers of this show that's on it every week. You have the Usos, and then in the last match, it's always Justin Gabriel. Right on time with about 4 minutes left of the show. The match starts with him going up against Curt Hawkins. This is the first time I've seen Curt Hawkins since I went to a SmackDown taping and he worked a Dark Show match, or maybe it was the Saturday Morning Slam match. It was something, but he came out there. But he looks like he's joining the Ace and Eights with the black leather vest and a black baseball hat on backwards. They didn't call him the King of Queens, the Prince of Queens. I don't know. He's got some lame gimmick. If he's not going to be on TV, what's the point of giving the guy a gimmick if you're just going to bury him on these shows like this that nobody... Well, I hope people watch this, because this is a damn good match. I'm begging you, please watch that fucking match, Sheamus versus Cesaro. It's awesome. This match is what it was. It got you to the point when you hit the 450 on Justin Gabriel hit the 450 on Curt Hawkins. Awesome. Awesome move. It's funny how you see it live, and it looks, beautiful and perfect, but every time I see the move, when, they're showing the replays at the end of the match, and they try to slow it down to make it look cooler, I don't understand how he's going to be able to get that last flip in. It looks like he's always going to go face first right down into the mat and just miss it all. But he hits it. It's awesome. It's one of the best moves in wrestling. I've said this 1,000 times, mostly because I make these reviews on Main Event and Justin Gabriel's always on there. 2011 was the year that Justin Gabriel should have got this big push, and I've been waiting for it ever since. I don't know what it is, but this guy's awesome. For him not to be involved in like an Intercontinental Championship feud, if not even a United States title push, I know it doesn't really make sense right now. It's not like he's going to be the guy that goes up against the Shield and Dean Ambrose. But I mean, like somewhere down the line, this guy's got to be there because he's been there since 2010. It's 3 years later. If anything, his career looks like it's taking steps backward. He's stuck in this sort of like momentum nowhere spot of, we're going to put you on TV on Main Event, but not anywhere else. I don't know. But it was a fun show. Definitely watch that first match. Everybody have a good night. I'm going to make another video after this, and I'll upload it probably later. But that's the Main Event review. Peace out, everybody.